Today's goal is front bumper. Just like everything else, I've never painted anything in plastic, so I've kind of left this for last because of that reason. So the process that I've read and I think we're going to follow is we're going to scuff this, so we're going to wash this, we're going to scuff it up with a gray scuff pad. After that, we're going to do adhesion promoter, and I guess doing, the usual flash methods, so we wait X amount of time, and then we do the primer, we wait and do some paint, and hopefully it'll turn out just like the other stuff did. Because hell, I really feel like the other stuff turned out really good. So when we're done with this, we're literally done with the car, unless we decide to go to the wheels. Maybe. So there's still some water on this, so I'm gonna go ahead and use like the blower on it to see if I can get it to accelerate the drying process. But so far it looks nice and scuffed up. It has this nice little grip pattern. Really soft grip pattern, so I can see how that would be necessary to scuff it up to then apply the adhesion promoter. I'm gonna go ahead and do the blower on it, so hopefully I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit, and next time we come back I'm gonna be ready to actually spray the adhesion promoter. So let's see. I actually decided to cover up the metal bumper green. And you could paint it, but I don't want to have to know that it's painted behind there. So, bottom one, I don't care too much because that one I would never really see. But this one, all right. So I went ahead and scuffed the bumper up already. I recorded everything doing it, but then for some reason I ended up recording my feet. So I'm not doing this again without a viewfinder. Seriously, that's just ridiculous. I'm glad I looked at it and not waited a week to proof all these videos and suddenly see just feet in there. So anyway, it got scuffed. I used the blower, so now it's fairly dry. So I'm gonna use a tack cloth, and then I'm now gonna start attacking this with some adhesion promoter. So I don't know. I feel like we're a couple hours away from it, looking really nice. So yes. So far so good, looks good. So now we let it dry, and then primer time. I'm starting to sweat. I gotta take all precautions so it doesn't end up like the hood. All right, those little crevices are a pain. So I think I got everything. So now we gotta wait an hour for it to dry, and then hopefully the base coat will go on. All right, time for base coat. I noticed that the primer was going on really thick. So when I don't know if I'm gonna need to use a lot more base coat on it. Again, I don't know if this is a product of it being plastic, but in case it is, I have a lot of paint, so hopefully this is the last batch I do before getting a compressor. Yes. So, or before I mess it up and I have to do it again. So I don't know. Either way, I'm up for the challenge. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can spray it. 3 coats hopefully. 4 if I see that there's a issue going, but that's the plan at least for now. All right, so it's been a couple days since we actually laid down the base coat on this. I've been waiting for clear to finally arrive, and as always, it always takes a few days, like 5 or 6 days, because this thing can only ship by truck. So it's really annoying, and I guess it's more annoying that the fact that every time I paint a new piece, I have no clue how much clear or base coat I'm going to need. So I'm kind of guesstimating it. And like I said, hopefully when we're actually using a spray gun, we won't have these issues, so we'll have everything to just do in one shot. So at least that's the plan for the future, way in the future, when we actually get that setup going. But a couple things that I noticed here and that I ended up doing, and I don't know if I should have done, but after the base coat dried, I kind of went the day after and I looked over, and these little crevices here where the air ducts go in, those were such a pain to do with a rattle can, and because it'll sputter if you kind of tipped it around like that. And so I'm trying to get under it and do an additional coat, that light coat after the day after. So I don't think I should have done that, but you know, so far it looks good. So we'll see. I'm hoping that I'm feeling good about it, but I'm hoping that it really didn't mess anything up. So I'm gonna start by tack cloth, using my tack cloth to clean everything out. I'm gonna use some degreaser. And hopefully get everything, you know, these little things, that kind of particles that went into the paint after it settled in. And hopefully we're going to lay down the clear coat, and this is the last piece that we're painting. Holy crap. Can't believe like this process is almost coming to an end here. So I'm excited. You know, it may seem kind of repetitive, but the fact that, again, this is the first piece that we paint that was in plastic. So I'm excited to see how this turns out, and if it looks, I mean, it has to look better than the blue car. Holy crap. I mean, that thing's all jacked up, you know. I was literally considering stealing it from the front bumper from the blue car originally and just painting it red because, I mean, hey, why not? But, you know, I've got it here, so, well, it's okay. You know, the blue car's going to need some TLC eventually. You know, just not now.
And here it is, the final product. Check this out. This is so nice. I mean, it turned out really great. If you look at the way that the paint adhered to this thing is amazing. I think part of it is also that we didn't have to do any body work to this, but overall, super pleased. It's probably one of the better looking parts that we've done. Couldn't be happier about this thing. I was super worried at the beginning. You know, we both were about, you know, the adhesion and everything regarding, you know, working on plastic, but as you can see, yeah, I mean, it's way better than we could have ever expected. Looks good. So hopefully we'll continue this and go on and actually move on to a couple different pieces, but so far so good. Really thrilled about that. You know, it looks really OEM-ish, you know. Honestly, just couldn't be happier.